Chapter 18. Pollution of Air and Water. Let's begin. We all know that our environment is polluting day by day due to human ignorance. We ourselves can feel the impact of bad air, poor water quality. Even the Taj Mahal, one of our 7 wonders, is also under the threat of pollution. It is turning into a yellow monument from pure white. The number of people suffering from the ill effects of water and air pollution is increasing. Do you want to know about the various types of the pollution, their causes and prevention? Let us study about them in the chapter. Air pollution. Air is a colorless, odorless mixture of gases which supports life on Earth. Without air, oxygen, we cannot expect life. The air we breathe in is used to burn the food we eat to produce energy during respiration. Pollutants are the unwanted elements which are contaminating the air by releasing sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, etc. Sources of air pollution. Natural resources. Natural sources of air pollution are dust from large areas of land with little or no vegetation, smoke and carbon dioxide from forest fires, volcanic activity which produces gases like oxides of sulfur, etc. Radioactive emissions from radioactive elements within the Earth's crust. Major gases in causing air pollution. Carbon monoxide. This gas is produced by incomplete burning of coal, diesel, wood, etc. It combines with hemoglobin and reduces the oxygen carrying capacity of blood. The lack of oxygen supply to vital body organs may result in suffocation to death. Carbon dioxide. It is a primary greenhouse gas emitted as a result of human activities such as burning of coal, oil, etc. It results in the global warming. Chlorofluorocarbon, CFC gas that is released from ACS, refrigerators, deodorants, etc. is CFC. CFC depletes the ozone layer which shields the Earth from the harmful ultraviolet radiations of the sun and makes us prone to many diseases. Sulfur dioxide, SO2. It is produced as a result of burning fossil fuels along with carbon dioxide. Lead. It is a harmful metal which is present in petrol, diesel, paints and hair dyes, etc. Suspended particulate matter, SPM. It consists of solid particles in the air and is present as dust, smoke. They are produced by automobiles, which run on petrol and diesel. It reduces the visibility and causes respiratory disorders, blackening of clothes and buildings. You might have seen thick fog-like layer in the atmosphere during winter in the urban areas. This is called as smog, that is, combination of smoke and fog. It causes difficulties in breathing such as asthma, wheezing in children, etc., enhancing air pollution to a large extent. Growing urbanization also leads to the increasing land demand by using farmlands and cutting down of trees. The cutting down of trees changes composition of air. Rapid industrialization involves refineries, mines, thermal power plants, cement, and steel industries, which uses coal as their main fuel. These industries release sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide, smoke and fumes. They all are the major contributors to acid rain. In addition to all the above, forest fire, burning of agricultural waste, fires in oil wells, etc., also release a number of hazardous gases which pollute the air. Acid rain. We discussed in the beginning that the Taj Mahal is turning yellow day by day. The industries in and around Agra produce pollutants such as sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide. These gases, when reacting with water vapors present in the atmosphere, produce sulfuric acid and nitric acid, which come down as acid rain. It has resulted in the corrosion of marble of the monument. This is also called as marble cancer. Greenhouse effect. When sun rays fall on the Earth's surface, some of their radiation gets reflected back to space and the rest gets trapped by the atmosphere, which heats up the surface of the Earth and re-radiated by greenhouse gases. This is known as greenhouse effect. Carbon dioxide is the main gas responsible for this. The gas forms blanket in the upper layer of atmosphere, trapping heat and not allowing it to escape into space. As more and more carbon dioxide is accumulated by human activities in the air, temperature of the earth rises up globally, hence is called as global warming. It has become a major topic of concern nowadays. Global warming can cause ocean level to rise. It could result in wide-ranging effects on rainfall pattern, agricultural and forests, leading to flood-like situations sometimes. Measures to prevent air pollution. Air pollution is a major environmental problem. Air pollutants affect our health. We should adopt some ways to fight against it. Some of them are given below. Planting more trees can make a big difference to it. Van Mahotsav are organized in which millions of plants are planted. So, reforestation is the best means to get protected from the ill effects of air pollution. We should use smokeless source of energy like CNG. In Delhi, the use of CNG has been encouraged. Instead of going nearby through vehicles, go by foot. We can use carpool to travel some distances or places. Electrostatic precipitator, which removes the carbon particles, can also be used. Pollution under control certificate is mandatory in the major cities. Switch to alternative fuels instead of using fossil fuel. Water pollution. The unwanted harmful substances that contaminate water are called water pollutants. The mixing of harmful substances like sewage, toxic chemicals from industries, animal wastes, human wastes, etc., with water is called water pollution. Water pollution is attributed to three main causes: human population growth, industrialization, natural resources development. Some types of water pollutants are: 1. Microbiological, 2. Chemical, 3. Nutrients and suspended particles, 4. Oxygen depleting substances. Causes of water pollution. Direct source, effluents outflow from factories, refineries, etc., are one of major causes of water pollution. Contaminants that enter the water supply from soil groundwater system and from the atmosphere via rainwater also cause the water pollution. Soil and groundwater contain the residue of human, agricultural practice, fertilizers, pesticides, etc., and improperly disposed industrial wastes. Toxic from factory water is polluted by human beings as they dispose of large quantity of garbage, untreated sewage, and other harmful things in the river body. They use the river water for their daily requirements, which are unsuitable for the river. Various industries release the waste into the water bodies. The pesticides are also washed away in the river, thereby making it polluted. Untreated sewage. Many of the cities or villages do not have sewage treatment plant. The sewage enters into the rivers. As a result, groundwater gets polluted with the sewage. Water contaminated with sewage may contain bacteria, virus, fungi and parasites which cause diseases such as typhoid, cholera and jaundice, etc. Fertilizers, pesticides and insecticides are being carried away by rainwater into water bodies. Fertilizers get accumulated in the water bodies which act as nutrients for green aquatic plants called algae and help them to grow. These algae grow fast and cover the entire water surface of lakes and ponds. This is called algal bloom. As a result of it, sunlight does not reach the plants and animals living under algae. It may result in the death of aquatic species. The effect of water pollution can be more devastating if proper actions are not taken against it. Ways to reduce water pollution. Pre-treatment of wastewater from industries should be made mandatory. The toxic waste should be treated before its release. There should be some laws for industrial units to be implemented so that polluted water is not disposed of directly into the rivers. Optimum use of fertilizers and pesticides should be made. They should not be used in excess as they may get washed away with rainwater. Proper sewage plants should be implanted to deal with the factories, hospitals, office wastes. Avoid mixing human and animal excreta with water. So we can think of some creative ideas like reduce, reuse, recycle, which will help us in reducing the pollution problem. Potable water. Every human should consume at least 7 to 8 glasses of water, depending upon body type, in a day, which should be clean. The water which is fit for drinking is called potable water. Let us see how water can be made potable. Using physical method of removing impurities. Household row is an example which contains candle filter. Boiling is another way of obtaining safe and potable water. Chlorination is a commonly used chemical method for purifying water. UV rays are used to purify water.